Yes, people. Another day in the life, yeah. Reality-based diets, as you know. First and foremost, I just want to say I hope that people are out there checking out my new project, yeah. Axel Holy and Dr. Zygote, Magic's Real, yeah. It's for all my people that know. If you know, you know, yeah. And as a little bonus, I've also put out a single produced by myself. So that's Axel Holy and Bailey's Brown, Sold on Facts. Right? Now then, let's get down to today's little sermon or lesson, right? Basically, one of the hardest or most uncomfortable things that you're gonna have to get used to within this healing journey thing, right, is the simple fact that your greatest enemy within this is yourself. Regardless of, whatever's happened in your life, regardless of whoever's done you wrong, ultimately your biggest and your greatest enemy is yourself. Solely because, a lot of these people will actually exit your life. They won't even be around anymore. So how is it of any use for you to blame them? Never mind blame them. Be trying to hold them accountable in a situation where they're absent, right? Like I'm saying to you, the major key in this is for you to recognize, obviously we all have traumas from childhood, etc., where, we're not to blame for what happened, when it happened. You get me? I hear it. But the Ross got some nastiness in my eye, like a fly or something. Ultimately, it's going to be the simple fact that you cannot move forward in any way, shape, or form without you moving forward. Yeah, and the one thing that's going to be able to actually stop you from moving forward is your own mind and the way that you choose to process data. Fundamentally, that is exactly what's going to be the defining factor, right? See, for me, right, one of the key things that I've had to sort of not even get to grips with, like it's almost like a core value of mine nowadays, right? Like my son is my greatest inspiration, right? Solely because obviously, boom, I want to be a better man, a better provider, a better father for my son. But also I want to be everything that I needed growing up for my son. Do you see what I'm saying? So that as he grows, he has his own core values that were set in place. Not just by what I say to him, because obviously I say things to him, I talk to him. There's more than that. It's the actions behind the words. Like, everyone can read books, but it's the application of the knowledge that really, really matters, right? So for me, that's kind of how I'm living my life in all aspects. Like I'm saying to you, I learned many different fathering techniques growing up from many different male figures that were in my life. And ultimately, my style of parenting is an amalgamation of all of them people, right? So what I've tried to do is embody all of those things in how I live my life so that my son sees that. As well as I'm talking to him, as well as I'm saying things, but he sees it. Yeah, there's footsteps for him to follow but not just follow. Like there's room there for him to adapt them within his own personality. Like, I have to give room for him to grow as his own man. I cannot be there to steer his ship. Yeah, all I can do is give him the maps. Yeah, I can give him the maps. I can give him a compass. I can show him about the stars and how to navigate. Yeah, because ultimately he's gonna have to take the trip. Now, also within this walk that I'm taking now, yeah. In the beginning, my only enemy was self. The only enemy was self, right? Because, like I'm saying, I was just trying to heal myself. Now, because of the choices that I made in bringing this healing journey to social media, I've attracted new enemies, yeah? Because ultimately, my goal is to help people and help people to heal, yeah? And the enemy of a healer was and always will be the principalities that do not want you to heal, that do not want the world to heal, that do not believe in unity, because unity will ultimately spell an end to tyranny, right? This is what isn't discussed enough. Like, the fact is, yes, there is war, there is conflict. It is often over things like religion, politics, and ultimately greed and money, right? So if I am someone who stands for unity, and beyond stands for unity, I'm someone that stands for something, right? And the matrix as we know it is built on being able to manipulate people that stand for nothing. Yeah, our society, our actual, our media outlets, be they social or traditional, are driven towards materialistic and inconsequential nonsense. So, like, within that being said, there's an element to anything that opposes that mind state will be an enemy of that mind state. Do you see what I'm saying? You cannot want change or try to affect change, yeah, without expecting resistance. Your first resistance to the change will be self, right? Your first resistance to the change will be self. Then when you try to expand that change further, whether it's within your social circles, whether it's within your family dynamics, you will face resistance. And unfortunately, the resistance is your enemy, right? So that being said, like I'm saying to you, if you want change within self, you need to understand that self is going to resist. Because as much as there is a part of you that doesn't like where you're at in life, there's a part of you that is scared to death of change. Because the change means that there's elements of you that will no longer be able to exist, thrive, or do the shit that it's been doing. Because the more that you wake up, the less that the dreams can be affected, right? I feel like I end it there, yeah? Reality-based diets, peace.